Right then, welcome along everybody. Hope you're all having a very good day. It is time to actually go racing again here this weekend on the Sunday, and today is our league. It is always good for our league. You can see there's a new driver here today, and if you're wondering who the Williams is, that is that racer boy. Now, of course, here is Lewis, which is nice to see new names. We've also got Doors up there as well. But here today then for Mexico, it is round 20. Another milestone hit this season. And we are on for a very nice round. Not as many drivers as we normally expect then with 12 people today. But still in for a good one. Qualifying has begun. But before we worry about any of that, let's have a quick look at the top 10 in the standings then, shall we, everybody? Very, very quickly. Top 10 then. Frank in the Alpine with 177 points at this moment in time, 10th position, and you know what, not a bad effort from that man so far. Then into 9 is Dodge in the Mercedes with 186 points. A lot of drivers way into the hundreds then, and you'll see as we go down the order that it gets a lot higher than that. 8th then, Heisenberg in the Aston Martin, 190 points this season. 7 is Liam Cookie. This man has drove very well indeed. Aston Martin once again. The two Aston boys doing very well as a team this season. 190 points for him too. Tied on points they are. Smithy in the Ferrari, 193 points this season. He has drove exceptionally well in that Ferrari. Here comes Sid Boakes then in the McLaren, 198 points. Just about scraping the 200 points mark. 4th is Whitwell in the Ferrari with 212 points then this season. He has done not too bad, but this is the best of the lot then. Into the top 3 of this season. 3rd is Chazza in the Haas, 308 points. A very good effort from this man indeed. Here comes 2nd place then, Smoking Cheese. Kicks Sauber 318 points, and 18 points ahead is the man himself, Jensen, in the Haas with 336 points. A very good effort from him. And come season end, he could be the world champion if he continues up with this form. But we'll have to see which way it is going to go then, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the action then. Welcome back. Hope you're all doing okay today. It's been a very long day for me, but hope your days have been a bit better in the chat. Blake is there. Hoodrat as well. It's good to see you. As Jensen, the man we've just saw on the top of the tables then at the moment, goes on to provisional pole with a 1 minute 14.957 here in qualifying. Sets the bar early here in Mexico. He said he's been talking to me about how the Haas is awful around here in Mexico, but so far his qualifying time and his teammate as well are showing us that it can't be as bad as they're saying. Or even if it is bad, they are very good at handling it. Is the response to that? But Sid Boakes in 3rd place. He, I think, 5th in the World Championship standings or 4th at this moment in time. He is he's done a brilliant effort this season, to be fair, to keep up with the big boys, and he is one of the top dogs, to be fair, in this league. Of course, the league owner as well organises a lot of stuff, has a lot on his hands, but he does it all with style. And 13 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in qualifying. 12 drivers joining us. Doors is the first is the new driver for today, and I've seen he's been asked to keep it clean, so we're going to see what he can do today with the invalidated lap already here in qualifying. 7 people though with times on the board. Liam Cookie being the slowest of the lot so far with 129. What's one about? 1 minute 29 seconds. Very slow, but of course that won't be his time to show for anything. Lewis in 6th position. He has invalidated this time around. Smoking Cheese in 5th. Is just down on his last lap around, unfortunately. Whitwell in the pit lane still. Bliney Echo over the line. Is Bliney Echo now starting the lap? Possibly. The ERS being deployed down the main straight, and the DRS open too. Into turn 1 then for the Haas car. He is on a lap. Liam Cookie, 1 minute 14.935, marginally quicker than Jensen then here in qualifying. But what can Bliney Echo do as a response? He's got fuel Low fuel mode coming on, so I think he's not on a lap, but we'll see what he can do. Oh, he is up, to be fair. Fastest first sector for Blythe Echo. What can this man do then in the Haas? We've been told it's slow, but Blythe Echo and Jensen both putting in stellar times so far. P2 and P4. The time was faster than a provisional pole, but Liam Cookie just marginally faster with a 1 minute 14.935. But what can Blythe Echo do in response then? Not much ERS left on the end of this lap. Then over the end of the second sector, he's still up by 100th of a second in the middle sector to the final third of the racing track then. And Blythe Echo doing absolutely everything he can to put a faster time on the board. P4 at the moment. He went fastest in the first sector. Second sector came around, wasn't as fast. He goes into the pit lane. And no point in finishing that lap then for Blythe Echo. Heisenberg is on a lap though. A lot of ERS, looking like this might be the first lap for him over the line then. Will this be the start of a lap? Yes, it will be. DRS activated down the main straight and the ERS being used on hot lap mode at the moment down into turn 1. Patrick Dodge onto provisional pole, 1 minute 14.914, not a bad effort at all. And the Mercedes performing very well here in Mexico at the moment. That car must be a little bit better suited for the track as Patrick Dodge on provisional pole, Liam Cookie second place, Jensen in third at the moment. He has definitely got the speed to do it, but his car just isn't performing that well. But he is on a lap now, and we're going to stay on board with him. Overtake being used, ERS being used down into turn 1. The DRS wide open heading into the first corner. What can this car do then? Right, 10 minutes to go, everybody. Jensen still on his flying lap. Or is he actually? Did he? I think he slowed down. This isn't a lap. He's halfway. He's half throttle, sorry, on this lap around. Not as many in the stream chat as we normally get here in our league. It's quite a quiet night on the Sunday evening at the moment. And we haven't got Helheim racing tonight either. We are completely done for the season in Helheim. And the season will be beginning next month for Helheim Racing. But here comes Jensen over the line. Is he going to be starting one now? He has got the ERS activated up towards the line. So this could be the start of another lap for him then down towards turn 1. 9 minutes to go. He's got all the time in the world to get it done with the ERS and the DRS being used down into the first corner. Third place for the Haas at the moment. But can he make any more improvements? Once again, that DRS coming in clutch then. It is activated down to the left-hander. He's third place, 1 minute 14.9. The top three all in the 1 minute 14.9s, but all split marginally by only 200ths of a second between each of them. Patrick Dodge just got the better end of the stick then on provisional pole, but behind that, Liam Cookie sat quite comfortably. Jensen, I'm sure, is going to be a bit more uncomfortable. Now Sid Boakes, still 1 minute 14.7. He should be proud of that one in the McLaren. What a good time that is then for Sid Boakes over the line. He is on provisional pole here in Mexico. Patrick Dodge second, ready to deliver his response soon. And on the outlap, Jensen is up by 100th of a second in the middle sector, but the final sector across the line. What will it be for Jensen? It'll be provisional pole, 1 minute 14.714. 400ths of a second faster than Sid Boakes' very early time he's just put on the board a minute ago to put him on provisional pole. But now second place, and it's only good enough for. So, wow, not a bad effort from Jensen over the line with a 2.5 improvement here in Mexico. And he is on the provisional pole with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. This man just further solidifying his chances of taking that World Championship title here in our league. Can he do it is the question. Smoking Cheese, 1 minute 14.701. The closest I've seen qualifying here in a while. It is good times from everybody at the moment. And Smoking Cheese On to provisional pole. Good stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff from the Sauber with a 1 minute 14.701. Wow. He is ready to take them on going into this Grand Prix then. He could very well be starting on pole, but it depends on if anybody has got a response for him. Sid Boakes with a brilliant time. He did put on a brilliant time on provisional pole, but now that has been beaten by a little bit. But now the times from 1 minute 9 from 1 minute 9s have turned into 1 minute 7s on the top three. Now 1 minute 14.7, sorry, which is nice to see. Times are definitely coming down. The track's getting faster. Patrick Dodge is up by nearly 300ths of a second in sector 1. Patrick Dodge is up by a significant amount then in this qualifying session. Doing exceptionally well, but can he continue to form? He was up by nearly 0.3 of a second, but over the line for Dodge. ERS activated too. It is provisional pole, 1 minute 14.492. He's into the 1 minute 4s. The first man in that area and giving himself a hell of a lot of space, breathing space that is, to be up at the top. In the chat, our league, which is Blaze, of course, join us, which is nice to see. Good to see you, mate. How are you doing? I'm doing very well myself because Patrick Dodge with a brilliant time over the line, 1 minute 14.492. First man into the 1 minute 14. Smoking Cheese, has he got anything to say about this? Right then, everybody. Heisenberg into second place, 1 minute 14.576. Not a bad time at all for the Aston Martin, is it? That is some good effort. It's a proper shift that Heisenberg he just put in. And second place, front row of the grid for him at the moment. That is something he should be really proud of. Blaze in the chat. I could be better. I could be better if I could race. Fair enough, mate. I get the feeling, but you know, Blaze. Hang on a minute. Well, what's happening then? Are you just sat in here? Oh, your Wi-Fi. All right, okay, fair enough, mate. Oh yeah, Blaze. Actually, on in my league on Thursday, I raced in tier 2, and I won. Got my first race win in league racing. And then this week's this next week coming up Silverstone, so I can try and replicate what you did, winning Silverstone. Oh, come on, Jensen, this is looking good. And he's invalidated. He was up by 2 tenths. Jensen was gonna go for a provisional pole, but this time around invalidates. He will not be happy with that. Raging, I bet. But he crosses the line with 3 minutes to go. Smoking Cheese retires. Wow. That could have been some brilliant time from Jensen, but unfortunately wasn't there for him. Heisenberg, second place at the moment. He isn't on a lap, but I'm sure we'll be going round once again. Liam Cookie in 6th. This man doing very well. He's up on time in the first sector by a hell of a lot of time. What will it be, though, for him? Can he make any more significant improvements this lap around, everybody? He's invalidated, unfortunately. So that'll be it for him. Bliney Echo on an outlap. Bliney Echo in a lot of leagues that I know actually at the minute, and you know what, really getting his name out there, and he's driving. He's driving very well. I can see how the Haas really isn't a good car around here though, because Bliney Echo is far better than this, but the Haas just clearly isn't performing here in Mexico. Unfortunately, Jensen was looking like he'd be on pole, but unfortunately invalidated on the final corner, but he is going round. He's got 100% ERS. He's got no fuel though, and that is the issue that he's being faced with. I think Jensen's finishing in P4. That is it for qualifying for the championship leader, Jensen in the Haas. He's gonna have to pit. No fuel. That's it. Oh, is he going again? Okay, never mind. Never mind. I think he's going. I think he's going for it. Let's see what he can do there, Jensen. Absolutely pushing it down into turn one. Are we going to get a pole time from Jensen here today in the Haas? 22% ERS as he builds it up when he breaks into the corner. Jensen with the DRS activated at 20 meters. Opens the DRS then. Fourth place at the moment over the first sector. And it is 4 tenths down. That will not be anything from him. Who's from Sid, by the way? Yes, Sid Boakes with a brilliant time. He actually put it on provisional pole earlier on, but unfortunately didn't go his way. But it was provisional pole, and yes, he's something you should be very proud of. He's done well this qualifying session. Patrick Dodge over the line with the 1 minute 4.492, of course, like we've seen before. But 25 seconds left of qualifying. In the chat, he could win here, mate. He's mega rapid around here. Well, that's some good information. So I would absolutely love to see a Sid Boakes win. So let's see what we can get. Let's see what this not so good track in my eyes can cook up for today. We'll just have to see what will happen. Bliney Echo with a 3/10 improvement over the line, still in 6th position. This time around, Liam Cookie in 7th. He's invalidated, so that is it for his qualifying time. It's looking like we've got no improvements from anybody apart from Patrick Dodge. Can he go any faster? This man, oh wow, this man could be even faster. He is even faster by 200ths of a second. 1 minute 14.469, and Dodge finds some brilliant time around here in qualifying. Love to see it. And yeah, in the chat, Blaze Snips taking back of the grid, unfortunately, here in qualifying. Heisenberg, 2nd place as he crosses the pit lane line. Jensen, Soikin Cheats 3rd. Jensen 4. Sid Boakes 5. Bliney Echo 6. Liam Cookie 7. Lewis in 8. Whitwell 9. Mario 10. Dawes in 11 on his first race here in our league. And Blaze Snips down in 12. But the Grand Prix is up next, everybody. And in the gap between the Grand Prix and race, I'm gonna do the standings again that I did earlier on. So if anybody that's joining us now that wasn't here at the start of the stream, you guys can see it once again, which is gonna be good. But let's see, can Sid Boakes take a win today? He is down in 5. Can Jensen win today? Can Patrick Dodge win? I've got a slight inkling that we're gonna get some battle today. We are gonna get some proper battle. I wouldn't mind seeing standings. To be fair, that's what I thought, mate. I think it might be quite good to see. It's only top 10, but you know I've made some graphics for it earlier, so I just thought it looked good. But anyway, finishing results for qualifying: Patrick Dodge on pole position by 1/10 of a second from Heisenberg in 2nd place, joining him on the front row of the grid. Smoking Cheese 3rd place then, with Jensen, the championship leader, joining him on the 2nd row of the grid. Sid Boakes 5 then. Can he win today? With Bliney Echo in 6, Liam Cookie 7, Lewis in 8, Whitwell 9, in P10 goes to Mario, Dawes 11, and Blaze Snips in 12, everybody. Right there, everybody.
Let me just quickly see what Sid says for the time when we go, so I know what we're working with.
59. We're going at 59 minutes past, everybody. So take a quick look at the standings, shall we? P10 then. In the driver's standings goes to Frank in the Alpine, 177 points. And I don't think Frank's here today, actually, unless I've not seen it. But ninth, Dodge in the Mercedes, 186 points in this season. Eighth, Heisenberg in the Aston Martin, 190 points, tied with his teammate in 7 of Liam Cookie with 190 points as well in the Aston Martin. So that team not doing too bad at all. 6th, go to Smithy in the Ferrari with 193 points, only 3 more than the guys behind. Ahead by a few points in Sid Vokes in 5th, in the McLaren with 198, just scraping that 200 points mark. 4th is Whitwell in the Ferrari with 212 points. And then into the top dogs region. P3, Chatter in the Haas, 308 points. Good season from him, and to be fair, both the Haas boys. Second goes to Smoky and Cheese in the Sauber, 318 points, and 18 points ahead of him is the championship leader Jensen in the Haas, 336 points that man is on, 18 ahead of the guy in second place. And can he extend that point gap today is the question here today in our league in Mexico. That is what we are waiting to see, everybody. But the Grand Prix is up next. Only a few minutes to go. We got at 59, and I'll see you pretty soon. Well, I was going to leave you on the Grand Prix starting soon screen, but appears there's no music that I put on there, so, you know, better hearing me talk than listening to nothing. So, you know, Grand Prix up next, everybody, and should be a nice race today here in Mexico. I've actually commentated here, I think 4 or 5 times in the past 2 weeks, so it is I'm a bit sick of the sight, to be fair, but you know what, our league boys, they will always give us some good racing action. And today, qualifying times were incredibly close, which is giving me that feeling that we're going to get a very good race today. But we'll just see which way it's going to go in the chat. Them standings are awesome. I appreciate it. You know what? Funny story for you before we start. For some reason, right, because Hellheim Racing season is finished, and then literally just after that, Jensen messaged me and was talking to me about what he wants doing for the final race of the season. Um, I just assumed that this race was the final race of the season, and went and made all of them graphics because I was gonna put all of that on for the final race. Spent an hour on it and then realised, oh, for God's sake, we've still got a few weeks. So you know, I thought there's no point in putting them to waste. So I just thought I might as well use them anyway. But yeah, they were going to be the final race of the season graphics is like a big thing, but I didn't want to waste them, so I thought I might as well use them for today. So yeah, that's the drivers' standings. You could do the rest of the standings. Yeah, I could do. I think yeah, good point. I think for the final race of the season, mate, I'll probably do the whole grid and the teams as well. And that could be the final race for you. But yeah, I think them standings look pretty cool actually. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little segment, everybody. And the Grand Prix we go at 59, which is right now actually. So I better stop talking and get myself ready for this Grand Prix, which is soon to begin here in our league. Right, then this is it. On the grid, the formation lap begins. Here in Mexico, Patrick Dodge gets the boys away. And it is set for a good race today, everybody, here in Mexico. Long run down into turn 1, which is very good for the battle that we've got up at the front. It's going to be exciting to see who comes out on top into turn 1. You normally get 3 or 4 wide down into the first corner when the Grand Prix starts. Are we going to get that here in our league? Most probably a 3 wide, let's be honest. So we'll see. We'll see which one, which way it'll go. It would be awesome, them graphics will in. Yeah, mate, I think that'll be good. Also, Kachis and Jensen disqualified from the formation lap, being told off. And they are on the grid now, then waiting for everybody else to come around. Colder tyres for them. Got Patrick Dodge, Heisenberg, and the rest of the grid out there and ready to give it their all today for this Grand Prix, which is set to be a brilliant one here for our league. Only a few rounds left before the end of the season, and the stakes are getting higher each race we go to. Jensen just trying to extend his championship lead. He's in 4th position starting this Grand Prix. He's got a few drivers around him that are all going to try contest for that win. The Haas car, they said it wasn't good in qualifying, but maybe it's a bit better during the Grand Prix. And, you know, we'll just have to see. People could crash. You know, there could be, of course, there could be issues that we wouldn't know about now, and that is the thing that could turn the race upside down. But here we go then, everybody. Patrick Dodge round the final corner. He leads the pack around and towards the line. The cold tyres won't complain about the temps. They're great. Yes, mate. Absolutely. I raced there the other week in Tier 2 on my league. Jesus Christ. I've never witnessed anything more draining for the tyres. I can't lie, but anyway, everybody, here in our league, only a few rounds before the end, and a lot of drivers are going to contest for the win today. 12 people here. I can imagine at least half the grid are looking for that race win. What is going to happen here in Mexico? The stakes are higher than ever then. Patrick Dodge on pole position. It's like Seltz, and away we go. Here comes the Mercedes down into turn 1. It's a very good start from him. Heisenberg as well. It's a brilliant launch. He's going to try and chase him down into turn 1. Everybody gets off cleanly, but can the Aston Martin get a move down into turn 1? The Haas car of Jensen already trying to make up the moves too. And Lewis, out of nowhere, into 3rd. He's had a brilliant start. Let me just quickly look at that one. Where's he come up? 5 positions from the start of the race. What is going on? Lewis is on something else into 3rd place. This man is absolutely incredible for the start of this race in 3rd. He's up 5 positions after starting in 8th. At the start of this Grand Prix. It's a brilliant start from Lewis today in the Williams, which of course was that racer boy. He had a brilliant race with Ash Barker, who's now retired from Formula 1, of course. But lap 1 of 36, Patrick Dodge in the lead. Held it very well, sorry, by Heisenberg. But wow, what a brilliant start, everybody. There's a second gap between Patrick and Heisenberg at the moment, and Lewis being overtook by Jensen. Pushes him off the track. Lewis goes around into the barrier. That's a big crash. Lewis out of the Grand Prix. There's contact as well. Safety car deployed. The Haas car and the McLaren. Jensen and Sid tangling there with a bit of damage. Safety cars out on the first lap of 36. It gets all a bit hectic then here in our league at the start of the race. Not too sure what was going on there. And I'm sure there's going to be a few words about that one. But safety car is out. Lewis looked like he got pushed off a little bit there. From my view, but I'm not calling anything from the commentary box. I'm not too sure what really went on there, but lap 2 of 36, safety car is out, and Patrick Dodge is ahead, ladies and gentlemen, in this Grand Prix. Patrick Dodge is ahead, and I might as well take this opportunity to talk about Track Titan, shall I? Track Titan, everybody, I am sponsored by, and you know, I have to find a segment to talk about it. Might as well do it under the safety car. If you're a league racer, everybody, and want to find a way to improve, but you're never normally sure how to do it, YouTube tutorials aren't cutting it, you can definitely check out Track Titan. On all search engines, you can find it absolutely anywhere if you search for it, and it has got the best. It has got the best stuff for people that are striving to be esports level drivers. It's got all the best setups. It can track your laps and tell you where you need to improve, and everything there is from professionals, of course. So it is a very well run place. It is a paid software, but through me, as I'll just quickly put that in the chat. Actually, it's going to bring up all of that. Never mind. Track Titan, is it going to come up? No, because I got it freaking capital. Track Titan, there we go. Everybody, you get a 30-day free trial and a 30% off your first month on Track Titan by clicking that link. You can get it on mobile, tablet, and PC. So it works with anything there. So it is completely up to you, but it helps me out a hell of a lot as well. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be one of them people that say, "Oh no, I don't get any money from it," because it does help me out a ton. So if you wanted to help the channel out, that is a very good way of doing so. Also, I can be subscribed to on Twitch as well, everybody. So with a free, with an Amazon Prime subscription, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to a Twitch streamer of your choice for free of charge forever until you stop paying your subscription. So if you want to support the channel out, that is a good way to do it, and it won't cost you a penny. But here in our league, then, everybody, it's lap 3 of 36 in this Grand Prix, and a bit of a hectic start, to be absolutely honest with you. It really has been a bit of a hectic start, but a good one, to say the least. Patrick Dodge got a brilliant start off the line. Not minimal wheel spin, to be fair. Minimal wheel spin. It was a very good start for him. Heisenberg followed him through, and it looked like them two were the only two that actually managed to get a decent start off the line. Lewis was having a brilliant start to his race, up 5 positions into third. He started an 8, but unfortunately, him and Jensen tangled. A bit of collision pushed him off track, and he went a bit off course, which then he found himself in the barrier, and a big of a shunt to take his wheel off, and that was him out of the Grand Prix, everybody. But 11 to go, 11 people left in the race, and 33 laps to go. But the safety car in at the end of this lap, which is nice to see, everybody. Safety car in, and we are ready to go racing again. Here we go then, everybody. Lap 3 of 36. We are going to head towards the line. Patrick Dodge in the Mercedes then gets us going. Look at that. Brilliant start from the Mercedes. Heisenberg in second place, trying to challenge him down into the long run into turn 1, but he can't do anything about it at the moment. Here comes Jensen as well. He says the Haas isn't too good, but this man's abilities are even better. He's in third place at the moment, looking for the move on Heisenberg right on the backside, but at the moment can't get through past him in third place. The Aston Martin ahead, just sliding left to right as the fastest first sector, he claims, which is very nice to see at the moment. But lap 4 of 36, everybody, a brilliant start to this Grand Prix in our league. And of course, these are some of the best drivers that you're going to get around in standard league racing. So you're not going to believe your eyes sometimes with the stuff you see. And very nearly saw a crash there between Heisenberg and Jensen, getting very close. But of course, Jensen making sure that does not happen in the Haas car, looking for a way to make a move past Heisenberg then through the last few corners into the stadium section here in Mexico. He's just trying to contest the second place at this moment in time. Here comes the Haas then on the Aston Martin, right on the outside, switching back underneath as the Aston Martin locks up on the back right. Can he go down the inside? Yes, he can. Jensen into second place then in this Grand Prix, but the long run down into turn 1's going to put him at a disadvantage. Here comes the Aston Martin of Heisenberg into second place. Bit of contact there on the wing as well, very nearly sending them both into a spin. Does Heisenberg stay ahead? No, it doesn't. Jensen around the outside, a brilliant move. He stays ahead into second place. Jensen, the championship leader, just solidifying his chances that he might just win that championship this season. Let's just see though what is going to happen. A brilliant start to this Grand Prix, everybody. Blaze in the chat. Oh, DT Racing joining us as well. It's good to see you, mate. Yeah, Blaze, about the
Prime sub, you don't have to pay anything, mate. If you can get it for free with Amazon, I'd do that instead. So what you need to do is just go on Google or something and just type in you know what, mate? You know what? I'll get the link for you. I'll get the link and send it to you. And then all you need to do is just link your Amazon account to your Twitch, and then you can just do it straight through Twitch. Hang on a minute. Oops, I've just mashed a load of buttons on the keyboard, and it's just brought up a load of stuff. My bad, everybody. Hang on. But the battles continue down into turn one. Jensen is side by side with Heisenberg at this moment in time, everybody. But a brilliant start to this Grand Prix, and Patrick Dodge is leading behind his Heisenberg, having been put on the back foot by Jensen in this race at the moment. And Jensen just doing a brilliant job of staying ahead in second place with a 3/10 gap now to Heisenberg behind. It's all working out for Jensen today at the moment. Where's the man? Sid Boakes in 4. He did have a bit of a tangle as well with Jensen at the start of this Grand Prix. He's down in 4 at the moment. Blimey Echo gets a 3-second time penalty. He's down in 9. Really struggling for pace today. Really struggling for pace. And not able to be on the level that Jensen is today, unfortunately. But 30 laps to go in this Grand Prix. We're going to head towards the line. Any battles forming, possibly. We'll just have to see. But Patrick Dodge, he don't want any battles at the moment. He's got 1.9 second gap between him and second place, and he's flying off into the distance, just letting Jensen and Heisenberg do the battling up at the front. He is not fussed at all, and he just wants to get himself out of that action today. Round goes Dawes, who says he's got internet issues today. He's the new driver here at our league. The 3-second penalty, taking down the board there as well, the pole there as well. And he's been told to stay out the way in the Discord chat. So, you know, harsh words, but they mean good. And Dawes into the pit lane today, trying to do what he can with what he's got. But lap 7 of 36. There's 29 laps in this Grand Prix left to go. A whole load of time left for anything that you want to see. And Heisenberg trying to make a move past Jensen, maybe. As we head through the stadium section, as they collect themselves, we could get a move. Whoa, Whitwell, what's happened there? Whitwell is out of the Grand Prix. That looked like a big shunt, though. Did he proper fail the order? Whitwell's out. Dawes is left as well, so he's in the pit lane. And Dawes comes out now as an AI driver. Of course, Blaze Snips is an AI driver as well today. But the safety car is out again on lap 8 of 36, and Patrick Dodge is ahead of Jensen in this race at the moment. A good start today, everybody. I've got to say, very nice start to this race. The first few laps were pretty hectic, but good to watch. I've got to say, really good to watch and enjoyable. But in the chat is our league, of course, which is blazing. DT Racing joining us as well, which is nice to see. Good to have you all here today. Thanks for joining us. First time in the chat for you as well, DT. So I appreciate you being around. And if you haven't already, drop a follow. That would mean a lot. But lap 8 of 36 about to end. The only man that's far behind at the moment who hasn't caught up is where is he? That man, Blaze Snips, of course, who the AI driver at the moment. But he will catch up as soon as possible. Even all supporting our league last night. Nice to see. Patrick Dodge in the pit lane. Ooh, big stuff. And Heisenberg too. The boys that were up at the front, starting on the front row of the grid now. They're both down into the pit lane and changing their tyres. Look at this one then with a pit stop there. Lovely camera as well. Love it. Out of the pit lane. Both on brand new tyres. And then brand new tyres are, I'm suspecting hards, but it's going to be hards for the Mercedes. Mediums for Heisenberg. Two different strategies then they're opting for. But big news out of this one is that Jensen, when the safety car restarts, is going to be the race leader. He is the race leader, but he's going to be leading on the safety car restart, which is very good for that man. Keep mentioning it, but the championship battle at the moment is just... It's so close. It is so close to the end, and it very much could be Jensen. So every point that he can take is going to count, and that is why it is so significant that he's ahead today. But let me just quickly say, actually, I've just seen this. Sid Boakes, second place in this race. He has got doors in between them, but that's an AI, and that isn't going to cause any issues at all. Jensen and Sid Boakes, 1 and 2, they came together earlier on in this Grand Prix at the very start, and yeah, there's a bit of conflict there actually. There were wheel banging, a bit of wing breaking off, but we love to see it. It's just racing for his safety car in at the end of this lap now. It's going to be Jensen against Sid. Sid is pretty quick around here actually in this McLaren. Here comes Sid then in this race. What can he do? Jensen leading, Sid Boakes second place. Mario finding himself in third as well. The two McLaren boys driving well in this Grand Prix. The Haas car to set the pace out there once we get racing again. We're going to come round towards the final corner. Jensen gets us going. He's got the massive jump on Sid Boakes by a whole second there. And Sid just trying to gain, but he's a second behind. He won't get much of the slipstream, really, going down into turn 1. He is gaining marginally down into the first corner, but once the DRS gets activated, he'll have a much easier job at doing so. We have 26 laps of this Grand Prix remaining. And Sid Boakes, apparently, what's happened here? Jensen, oh my God, Jensen gone round into the barrier. Jensen has fumbled the bag. He's down in 8th position. The wing is completely gone on the front of the Haas. The man that was reigning, he was so victorious here today. He could have won the race. Jensen bottled. Here comes Sid Boakes in the McLaren. Sid Boakes could be today's race winner if he continues on with the form. The McLaren wearing the orange tyres today, the yellow tyres, sorry, which of course blend in very nice with the papaya. But Sid Boakes today could win a Grand Prix, which is so nice to see. Leading this Grand Prix. Whoever's in the chat, has he won a race before? Because my brain doesn't go back that far. I can't remember. But why everyone's reaction doesn't look like he's won many. Not that I know of. Okay. Well, this is going to be good then, isn't it, for Sid Boakes ahead in this Grand Prix? We're just gonna hope that that he doesn't fumble the bag like Jensen today. Jensen was driving brilliantly. You've got to give it to him. It would have probably been his day today. But he is down at the back in 9th now in the pit lane. He will be gutted about that one. He really, really will. But Sid Boakes, could be this man's time to shine in the lead of the Grand Prix. You've got Blaney Echo chasing him. Where's this man came from? Finally found a bit of pace in second place. He could be the man that spoils Sid Boakes' day. Smoking Cheese finds himself in third now as well as Mario gets overtaken down, dropped down now to 4th position. But this is some good stuff up at the front. Sid Boakes leading this Grand Prix. Not while you've been here. Okay. I reckon if Cheddar takes it off, I'll be fuming. You know what, mate? I'm not biased, but I'm really trying not to be biased. But I would love Sid Boakes to win today. I really would. I would love a Chaz to win, but Sid Boakes, he's got to take it. He's got to take it today. It's his day here in Mexico. The McLaren, it is his day through the stadium section. Around the final corner. Sid Boakes up 4 positions from where he started. Today could be his day.
Blaze, is there any chance you could? I know it's probably a bit of a concentrating time for Sid, but is there any chance you could go into the VC and just quickly try and ask the question of has he ever won a race before? Because if he hasn't, then I can say in the commentary for the first time ever. But if not, I don't want to say for the first time ever. It's not. But here we go. Is it even going to happen? Because Blindy Echo is right behind in the Haas car. He's driving very well as well. Today hasn't really been his day in the Haas, but he suddenly found a bit of pace and he's finding himself in second place. Pit stops then for you at the moment. Pit stops are Sid Boats, no pit. Blindy Echo has. Now this is where it gets significant, everybody, because we'll just have to see what is going to happen. Hood Rat not won a race in our league, I don't think. As said, okay, mate, cheers for that. So this could be monumental then today for Sid Boats, but he's got Blindy Echo behind him. Sid still needs to pit. Liam needs to pit too, and Mario are all drivers that need to go in the pit lane. But we'll see when they decide to do that. He's on the mediums and he's dragging them out very well indeed. Mr. Sid has not. Love to see it. Sid, it could be his day today. Nothing really going on from it. Oh, there is actually two Aston Martins who are both on the exact same amount of points, by the way, 190. Cross the line into turn one. Heisenberg nearly sideswiped Smoking Cheese. And Heisenberg into four ahead of his teammate Lane Cookie in fifth position. But lap 13 of 36, Blindy Echo into the lead of the Grand Prix. Sid Boaks dropping down to second place. And can the Aston Martin find his footing again when we cross the line? We all hope so. Everybody in the grandstands, everyone's hearts absolutely just gets crushed. It gets absolutely crushed because the McLaren isn't looking like he could... Hang on a minute. Let me just stop myself there. Because Blindy Echo has got a penalty, everybody. So let's not forget that. The Haas car has got a penalty, and the penalty he has got is 3 seconds. How significant is that going to be? Because at the moment, Sid Boaks has won the Grand Prix, but we've still got a long way to go. And he still needs to pit as well. We've been overtaken by Blindy Echo. We're going to head up towards the line. Maybe another safety car could be good for some of these drivers, but we're going to head down towards turn one. Sid trying to gain on Blindy Echo. Smoking Cheese gaining better though on Sid Boaks. Oh my god, Smoking Cheese down the inside. It's a double overtake. What a move. He overshoots the corner though. It was a through goes Hamilton moment. He gets overtaken again through the corner. But wow, what a move that was from Smoking Cheese. Making that move then into turn one. And just making the battle between the top two closer than ever. Blindy Echo doing what he can, but Sid Boaks is ahead once again. That is the main thing of today at the moment, but the battle up at the front gets closer than ever at this moment in time, with Patrick Dodge rounding off the back of it. And look at this, everybody incredibly close. The top six all within a few seconds here at the moment, which is very nice to see. Lap 14 of 36 then, everybody, in this Grand Prix. The DRS gets activated for Patrick, Liam, Heisenberg, Smoking Cheese, and Blindy Echo, of course, would have had it too. Sid Boaks, the only man there without the DRS, as he heads the pack and on course for his first race win ever. As he crosses the line into the pit lane then. Blindy Echo in the pit lane too. Sid Boaks with a 10-second penalty in the pit lane. Oh no. Oh no. And his hopes and dreams of becoming a race winner from crashing down. Sid Boaks with a 10-second penalty. It's looking like it might not go his way then, unless we get a safety car. I might be able to get that removed. We'll have to see. Upsetting times here in our league, as Smoking Cheese now is your race leader on the medium compound tyres, followed closely by Heisenberg. This battle behind still continues on as Smoking Cheese picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. But wow, everybody, it could have been a Sid Boaks win. But unfortunately, not everything goes the way you always want it to, and 10-second penalty is most likely going to ruin his race. But you never know, we'll have to see. Heisenberg on Smoking Cheese, round the outside. The Aston Martin really getting his elbows out. Heisenberg into the lead of the Grand Prix. But how long for? Smoking Cheese, second place. The other Aston Martin coming up to back up his teammate. Just trying to make his way through past the Sauber as they cross the line in a few moments' time. The long run down into turn one will be the best overtaking opportunity. Here comes Patrick Dodge on Liam Cookie on the backside. Nobody expected this. Nobody even saw him coming. The DRS gets activated down the main straight. The Mercedes through to third on the podium now here in the Grand Prix. And Heisenberg gets overtaken by Smoking Cheese. Nearly takes himself out then going into turn one. Locks up there. Smoking Cheese in the lead. Heisenberg second place. Patrick third. Liam Cookie dropping back a little bit in fourth at the moment. There's so much going on in the back here as well. Mario's gone around, but there was also moves going on here. Blaney Echo into five. Sid in sixth then down into turn one. Ooh, running it wide as well. Heisenberg with a bit of a moment as well. He drops down to four now after being in second place. Drops down 2 positions. It's Chaz's fault. I think you'll always have some sort of beef with Chaz, won't you? Into the final few corners, then the stadium section, of course. And now 20 laps to go in this Grand Prix, which is going quick. You say 20 laps, actually sounds like a lot, but I don't think it's going to be too long in this Grand Prix now, everybody. There we go, towards the line. It is Patrick making the move on Smoking Cheese. Will it work? Yes, it will. Down the outside line. Patrick Dodge into the lead. Smoking Cheese second place now. Coming under threat from Liam Cookie. And also Smoking Cheese going to send it down the inside. It's wheel to wheel there. Smoking Cheese comes off on the worse side of that one. And Smoking Cheese nearly gets spun around. Liam Cookie falls to the same mistake. He nearly goes around as well. Heisenberg in fourth, doing what he can to try and make his way through as well. But he is still with the pack. And the two Aston Martin boys who are level on points going into this Grand Prix are going to be on different points going into the next one, of course. But we'll just have to see how big that gap is going to be. And more importantly, who's going to be ahead in the World Championship. But, you know, the two Aston Martins are in the top 10 of the Drivers' World Championship standings. So that is something nice to hear for him. DRS gets activated for Heisenberg. Patrick Dodge then going towards the line here in the Grand Prix. He's 2.2 ahead of the pack, 2.3 now, on lap 18, of 36. And the pit lane Smoking Cheese goes with a 3-second penalty. Can't believe Sid Boak's got a 10 on the hards. He's just got to play it out now. He literally can't do anything about this anymore. In sixth. It is a shame. It is a shame because it was going so well, everybody. But you know, it is. It is. Sid bottled. He did. And I think, to be fair, I think that actually just going into the pit lane is something a lot of people need to work on. I don't mean here. I mean in general, it's something that people overlook, but it's something that definitely it needs to be. It's something that needs to be worked on by people. In every league, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I didn't think it was that bad, but when I started league racing on the Thursdays, doing my own races, and then I go into the pit lane and keep continuously getting 10-second time penalties, I realised how actually hard of a task it is to not do it. So yeah, definitely some practice needed there when you start racing, but you know, would like to perfect it it's absolutely not easy, yeah. So, you know, takes time to perfect, but once you do perfect it, it is very beneficial in your races, because things like that we've said with the 10-second penalty, it really does mess up your race and ruin it. But Heisenberg into second place ahead of his teammate Liam Cookie, but 1.8 seconds now the gap between Patrick and the Aston Martins behind now too. Gap keeps fluctuating up and down.
But yeah, Blaze, my race on Thursday it was in the Netherlands, and I absolutely hate the track, but you know what, we were doing well. I was leading the race, went into the pit lane, doing so well, then managed to bag myself a 10-second penalty in the pit lane, and I was gutted. But then I came out, I was 6 seconds ahead, managed to pull a 14-second gap. At the end of the race, so I was very happy with that. So it is tier 2. I'm not as fast as the tier 1 boys, but you know what? If I'm being successful in a tier, I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. So you know what? We'll improve. But what did you say in the chat? I can't read it. Where is it? Is there any more safety cars left? Do we know? What do you mean, mate? Are you asking me, do you think there's going to be any more? Because if you're asking me that, to be fair, I've got no idea. But how many we have? We have 2 so far, haven't we, in this Grand Prix? On lap 20 of 36 now. 16 laps to go. 2 safety cars so far in this race. Can it come out anymore? Is there a limit? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I've seen it come out more than 3 times, to be fair, mate. So I think we'd probably be able to get another one. But I think maybe 3 is the limit, or it could be 4. But I think about 3 is the limit. So possibly one more safety car left, and then that'll be it. But I think I don't think we're gonna get one unless somebody bottles towards the end. But right now it is looking decent. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. Everybody in Whitwell and Lewis both out of this Grand Prix left us with 10 today. We need a safety car for Sid. We absolutely do, yeah. Hopefully he can get back in it somehow. We'll have to see though what will happen. But like I said to everyone in the chat, if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription, you can subscribe for free, which, you know what, I actually didn't realise you could do until a few weeks ago, and it's actually a pretty damn good thing. So if you want to help the channel out, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that. We've got three Twitch subs at the minute, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy about it. I can't believe it. You know, never thought I'd be getting that, but it is very nice to see everybody. Blaze, can you only use that? That sticker when you've subbed, or can anybody use it? Ooh, smoking cheese with a 3-second penalty, everybody, in this Grand Prix. But we are going to head towards the line. Lap 22 out of 36. Patrick Dodge ahead. Second place is Heisenberg. You know what? The gap has actually got to 4.6 then at this moment in time. Behind that is Blinding Echo. Then Sid Boats comes in for Liam Cookie in the pit lane. Coming out of the pit lane as soon as possible. You can get it from using reward points. That's how I kept doing this. Oh, fair enough, mate. I didn't realise. Right, lap 22 of 36 still. Nothing really too much going on around the track at the moment. It has died down a bit. The start of the Grand Prix was nice to see though. It was a very, very hectic start, but going to be nice to watch back with the action. Nobody really at all that close. So it's just more about looking at the gaps at the minute and seeing what could be happening. Patrick Dodge is in the lead by 5.7 seconds. That gap's quite significantly bigger than last time we looked, and it's going to keep getting bigger. Blinding Echo in third, Sid Boats in 4, Smoking Cheese is in 5, Liam Cookie 6, Jensen, who was definitely on for the win today, I've got to say, he was driving great. Unfortunately bottled it earlier on, and for his championship standings, pardon me, very nearly let out a big burp on the stream then. Jensen, for his championship standings,
this isn't going to do well at all. A big blow. But in the chat race prediction, well, you know what? Patrick Dodge is ahead by 6.2, but I'm going to go with, let's put money, let's say a Heisenberg win, shall we? Heisenberg win. Patrick will take second. Blindy Echo will be third. I'm going to do top 5. So it'll be Heisenberg, Patrick, Blindy Echo, Smoking Cheese, and Liam Cookie, I'm going to say. That's my prediction for today. I would put Sid in there, but with a 10-second penalty, he's just gonna throw up his race, isn't it? So lap 24 of 36 then. Only 12 laps to go now. The lap's coming down fast. Oh, Heisenberg will not be taking the race win then, most likely, with a 10-second penalty in the pit lane. So that will not be happening. And Blindy Echo now in second place. This man could be taking a win. Definitely a podium in a minute, but in the chat, Blindy Echo bottle says Blaze, is he in a bottle? We'll have to see. Second place at the moment. No, he's got a penalty as well of 3 seconds. Look for a podium in the chat. We'll have to see. He's in third place at the moment. Can he go ahead and take it? It'd be so nice to see after the chance of him getting a race win. At least a podium for him. Come on. We've got to have it. We've got to have it. But we will see what is going to happen then, everybody, here in this Grand Prix today. But lap 25 of 36. 11 laps now before the end. Nearly into the final 10 before we round off this Grand Prix. We've lost 2. Still got 10 in the race. And this is... well, there's not really much going on. But you can see down the straight, the gap's getting a bit closer with the drivers. And finally, it looks like some drivers are closing in on each other. I know that's an AI there of Blaze. But Sid Boakes has only got 1.4 to Blindy Echo. Can he maybe gain some time on Blindy Echo? That is what we'd like to see today. Not being biased, but I'm sure everybody agrees that it'd be nice to see Sid Boakes do better today. He's in third place. He could have won. We wanted to see that win, but a 10-second penalty drops a huge weight on his win, on his race, sorry, and it ruins that chance, unfortunately. But Patrick Dodge with a 15-second gap to Blindy Echo, and that man, Blindy Echo, doing absolutely everything he can to gain at the moment. Not being able to gain by too much at the minute, but he is gaining a little bit, I think, lap by lap. I'm not too sure how much it is, but 14.9. It is coming down marginally, but not at a huge rate. Lap 26 of 36. Now, final 10 laps of this Grand Prix begin. And it's a shame that there wasn't more people in the chat today. You know, it is always good on the days where the stream is full. I'm guess I like voice crack. I guess I need to do a bit more promotion for the stream. I guess before the stream starts, so people know it's on. But yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what I can do about that. But it is good on the days where a lot of people are in. Sid could use cheese to pull this through. Jensen fastest lap. Sid in 4. This is the closest thing we've seen to a move in about 10 laps. Sid Boakes in 4. Behind Smoking Cheese by half a second then in this Grand Prix. He's trying to stay within touch, but we'll just have to see what will happen. DRS activated with 10 laps to go of this Grand Prix, everybody. Oh, running it deep there from Sid. But 4th position at the moment. What can he pull out of the bag? Smoking Cheese overtaking the back marker. Mario with a 3-second penalty Speaking of penalties, Blaniecko with a 3, Smoking Cheese with a 6, Sid Boakes with a 10, Heisenberg with a 10, Mario with a 6, and Dawes with a 6-second penalty as well. Blaniecko, though, heading into turn 1, trying to keep Smoking Cheese at bay with Sid Boakes. Still nearly just under a second behind as well, but this is now the battle of the race. Now DRS activated for Smoking Cheese. He's got a bigger penalty than Blaniecko, so if he wants to take second place, he needs to really drive as fast as he can to get that gap gained as soon as he overtakes Blaniecko. But can he make that overtake first is the question. Heading through the end of the middle sector there, everybody. And Blaniecko just finding a bit of pace, pulling up ahead. The Haas car, I've said this a few times today, but I heard that it wasn't good around here. Blaniecko suddenly pulling something out of the bag. He wasn't running a good race earlier on, but now, all of a sudden, driving brilliantly. DRS activated, Smoking Cheese, finally right through into second place. Looked easy for that man who's second in the championship at the moment on 316 points. And now, he's going to drive off into the distance. That is what he wants to do. Can he do that though? Blaniecko trying to chase him down already up towards the line. There's a half a second gap. DRS activated though for Blaniecko. Will there be an overtake heading down into turn 1 with only 8 laps to go in this Grand Prix? Sid Boakes dropping back now by 1.4. This man just doesn't have the pace on the hards today, unfortunately, in Mexico. Really dropping back. 4th place, and by the way it's looking, he's going to drop back a little bit, but he's looking at Heisenberg's got a 10 as well, because it won't affect him as much that Heisenberg now has got a 10 as well. Yeah, the start of this Grand Prix was great, everybody, and I'm sure that's going to be good to watch back. But 8 laps left of this Grand Prix. Patrick with a 15-second lead. He's kept it pretty level on that 15-second gap. It hasn't really changed up very much. I've seen it down into the 14s, but he keeps bringing it right back up. Just pulling that rope, keeping it level. And Patrick Dodge could be on for a race win today. I'm going to quickly go to me and Jensen's messages, because I think he said to me earlier, I think he said today could be maybe Patrick Dodge's day. Let me just quickly say. Let me just quickly say, hang on. No, he said, could see a Dodge or Sid Boakes podium. And Dodge is looking like he could take the race win today. Sid Boakes would have been on the podium most probably, but he got that 10-second to ruin, unfortunately. But behind them, Cookie making a move past Sid now. He's really dropping off, Sid Boakes is, and down to 5, losing more positions. He, in a minute, will be finishing in 5 to cross the line, because Heisenberg with a 10 seconds, so that cancels that out, and Mario with 27 seconds of penalty. So, and a 6-second as well. So at the moment, Sid Boakes is very much safe in 5th, but can he hold it there is the question. Nearly into the lap 30s in this Grand Prix. Been a long while of racing. Down into turn 1 as well. This is a move, isn't it? Jensen and Mario. Jensen now into 7th position on the mediums, trying to pull any more points out of the bag that he can to help in his championship dreams today in that Haas car. 7th position, doing absolutely everything he can to drive the wheels off of that Haas. His teammate up in 3rd, taking a podium for the team. But not for long if Liam Cookie can overtake or even stay where they are, because Blaniecko with a 3-second, Liam with none, he's going to definitely take 3rd if he crosses that line like this. And you know what? Actually, no. Liam Cookie will be taking 2nd place if he crosses the line like this. So this man is driving good. He's really driving good. And he is in the top 10 of the championship standings as well. Most of the guys up in this race are in top 10 of championship standings, actually. Some of the fast guys who've got here today. But lap 30 now, 36. 6 laps to go before the end, everybody. Mario with a 3-second time penalty too. But maybe this is something interesting. 3 drivers up at the front. And could be a battle forming for us to watch. If anyone's in the chat still, thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. And just being here actually helps the stream out. It really, really does. I don't just say that either. It does actually help out. So I appreciate that, everybody. But Here for the Grand Prix still. Trying to pull through. 5 laps to go in this race. Blinding Echo into second. And this is a battle forming at the back, isn't it? They're both, 3 of them actually, going at it at the back of the Grand Prix at this moment in time. This is what we like to see, everybody. The battling just continuing in this Grand Prix. Down into turn 1, side by side. It's Blinding Echo in second, Smoking Cheese in third, Liam Cookie having to drop down to 4 then in this Grand Prix. But finally, on the last few laps, battling is apparent. We love to see it. Five laps to go. A lot of penalties actually on the grid today. 2 of them being 10 seconds. That Pro Gamer. Hello, mate. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Wasn't expecting to see you around today, but thank you for being here, mate. Hopefully you're doing well. It's going to be nice to see you. I think I'll see you tomorrow, won't I? For tier 1 of Volta. But here comes the drivers then, round into the stadium section with 5 laps to go. Lap 32 now of 36, giving us 4 more to go before the end. And the boys all heading towards the line. Patrick Dodge, 15 seconds ahead, has already crossed that line. But this is the main battle of the Grand Prix. Finally, at the end, they've all managed to find each other. The 2 Aston Martins, the McLaren, the Sauber, the Haas car ahead of Blinding Echo into second place. This is some brilliant stuff. Look at that. That is a brilliant picture. That is a brilliant picture from behind. Look at that. The 2 Aston Martins side by side. That is some beautiful stuff. That is some good stuff. Let me just quickly mark that one down, everybody, because that needs a picture taken after this Grand Prix. Wow. Just wow. Some brilliant battling then. Everybody, down into turn 1. That was great. I'm sure Jensen's going to like that. Later on, that's going to look great. Anyway, lap 32 of 36. And a photo opportunity down the straight. We've just had Patrick with a 14-second gap to the guys behind. These guys giving it their absolute all on the final few laps of this Grand Prix. It's Blinding Echo, both Aston Martin, Smoking Cheese and Sid Boats, all within contention of this higher positions up at the front. The 2 Aston Martins giving it everything. The Haas car, Blinding Echo, really has done well for the team today. Both Haas cars scoring points in the Grand Prix. Actually, everybody today scoring very good points, which is nice to see. But towards the line then, on lap 33 or 36, Sid Boats with a 3-second penalty, now 13 seconds of penalties. The battle continues. Liam Cookie is heading up towards Blinding Echo. Will it be a move into second place? Yes, it is. Liam Cookie onto the front row of the grid. He's into second place and a higher podium step for him then in this race at the moment. He hasn't got a penalty either, so he is completely safe. Blinding Echo has got a penalty. Everybody behind are going to be deeply affected by these penalties at the moment. They really are. So we're going to have to see what is going to happen in terms of that, but only 3 laps to go. Safety car is not deployed. I can tell you that for free. So I don't know why that came up, but didn't you say I was in tier 2? Mate, to be fair, mate, I need to have a look what's going on. It's I've confused myself because I thought you were tier 1, then I thought you were tier 2. Mate, I don't know. I think you're a bit too fast for tier 1, for tier 2, so we're gonna have to see. But Blake in the chat as well. Good to see you, Blake. Hope you're doing okay. Down towards turn 1 then, everybody. The battling has been great on the final few laps of this Grand Prix. Liam Cookie leads the 2 Aston Martins. Heisenberg in second and third place. Sorry, Smoking Cheese 4th, trying to fend off Blinding Echo at the moment, who's in 5th position in the Haas car. The DRS getting activated. The ERS 2 will be available on hot lap mode at the moment, but he just gets pulled away by Smoking Cheese at the moment and can't make that move as of yet. But next lap around is the penultimate in this Grand Prix. The 2 Aston Martins driving as a full force at the moment in second and third. They've done very well indeed, but Heisenberg will be picking up a 10-second penalty at the end of the race. and that is going to drop him down very far. But you know what? He isn't the only one. Sid Boats with 13, and the guys around him have got penalties too. All right, I think I was slow for tier 1. Can't make it tier 2 because of the day. Tier 2 are racing. Tier 2. Oh, fair enough, mate. Well, you know what? If you want to message me after this, I can see if I can get it sorted. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. But penultimate lap of the Grand Prix then. Lap 35 or 36. Everybody. We're very nearly at the end. Very, very nearly at the end, which is very nice to see. Finally, the final 2 laps of the Grand Prix are about Patrick Dodge with a 10-second gap to Liam Cookie. That gap's come down by a lot. You know what? If we had more laps, Liam Cookie will be the race winner, most likely. This is some good stuff from Liam Cookie. Really, really fast driving at the moment. He, on 191 points, I think, 190 points, level with his teammate. And they're both level in today's race as well. Driving brilliantly. The 2 Aston Martins. Driving, of course, as the full force up at the front. Driving together. And they are stronger that way as well. But Mario in 7th position, overtaking Jensen as he comes out on the softs in an attempt to take the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on the final 2 laps here today. He gets overtaken then by Dawes, who is lapped. He unlaps himself in this race. And Jensen comes out. He's 8th position, far back. But Patrick Dodge, 10 seconds ahead of the pack, is going to cross the line and make it the final lap of the Grand Prix here in Mexico then, everybody. Final lap of the race. So Aston Martin's heading down in towards turn 1. Maybe a move between these two. Liam Cookie's been ahead for so long. Heisenberg with a 10-second penalty, but he still wants to take it on track, and 2nd place goes to Heisenberg. Here comes the Sauber of Smoking Cheese trying to replicate the move he pulled earlier on into 3rd place. He gets one of the Aston Martins. He can't quite get the other one, but wow, what a move then for Smoking Cheese into 3rd place in this Grand Prix. He pulled that move up earlier on and managed to get it, but in the chat, can't wait for GB in T2 on Volta on Thursday. Yeah, man, honestly, I'm so excited. Coming off the back of that win as well, it's going to be quite fun. And us as in the Ferrari team, mate, we're doing really, really well at the minute. So that's going to be very good. We'll have to get on and do some practice together. But this is it then, everybody. The end of the race has come about finally, and there's one man that has dominated for the majority. 36 laps of hard racing. And at the very end of it, Patrick Dodge is the man on top. He takes the win in Mexico for round 20 here in our league. Heisenberg will cross the line with a 10-second penalty, takes 2nd on track. I'll just wait for all of that to happen there. Liam Cookie takes 2nd place on penalties. Blindy Echo will take 3rd. Smoking Cheese 4. Heisenberg 5. Sid Boakson 6 after a chance at the win. Mario takes 7 when he crosses the line. Oh, Jensen off at the same point. Could have been fastest lap. He's crashed again. And Jensen, oh, he will not be happy about that at all. Here in today's Grand Prix in 8th. That is it for his race. Still points, but it's not what he wanted to do today. A good race from everybody here today. A good race indeed. And that is it. Blake says, yeah, we should do practice. I'm going to try and put a storming drive in to try and win. Yeah, mate, hopefully we can do well. I feel like me and you are going to be the ones battling up front, not everybody else. So we'll have to do that. It's going to be fun. But anyway, good race, everybody. Good race. And a brilliant win from Patrick Dodge. There he is, the man up at the top. Mercedes driver takes the win. Formula Liam Cookie in 2nd place. Blindy Echo takes 3rd, and the last spot on the podium. Smoking Cheese 4, Heisenberg 5, Sid Boakes in 6, Mario 7, Jensen 8, not Blindy Echo, Blaze Snips in 9, and then I think that is everybody that finished. Then it's Dorr, Whitwell, and Lewis. That is it, everybody. In the chat, we don't want Hamilton Rosberg tight crash. No, we don't. But yeah, hope you all had a very nice day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a nice evening. And I will see you all next stream. Good night and thanks for the support.